In this video tutorial, I'm going to teach you how you can install Proxmox 9.0 on your server. Hello and welcome back to my channel. So for this tutorial, I'm using a server which is Dell PowerEdge R620, and I'm going to install Proxmox 9.0 on this one. So I have booted my server into the boot manager so I can boot it using the USB. And I have used Ventoy to make the USB for Proxmox 9.0. If you don't know how to do that, I have another video related to making Ventoy disk. I'm going to put the link on the I button above, or you will find that in the description of this video. Okay, let's move forward to this one. So I'm accessing this server using the KVM, which is actually a KVM dongle you plug in to your server using the VGA card and the USB. So USB works as mouse and keyboard, and the VGA port gives you the video signals. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and click on mouse pointer so I can access this KVM internally. Okay, so it says continue with normal boot, BIOS boot menu, but we want UEFI boot menu. And it should show me the Ventoy main screen. Oh, sorry, I have to choose like boot it from the USB actually. So currently I have installed Proxmox on my RAID controller, and it's showing me from where you want to boot. And I can see like multiple options. First one is the RAID controller, which is like already exists because I installed Proxmox just to verify if it installs without any errors or issues, so I can create a video on that topic. And then it's asking a RAID controller, which is actually the RAID controller one what I have. And if you don't know about RAID controller and stuff, I have another video and I just explained everything about Dell 620 on that video, and I'm gonna put the link on the I button as well and in the description also. So I'm going to choose the USB which is connected to the back, which says USB 2. I'm gonna select that one, 3.2. And now it should show me the Ventoy interface. So you can see it says Proxmox 9.0, what I made Ventoy with. And I'm going to hit enter on that one. And then it shows multiple options, grub or normal and go back, something like that. Just boot into normal mode. If you know about grub, then it's good. You can try that as well. And here you're also going to see like multiple options. In advanced option, you have like the debug mode as well. But since we're just installing this one, I'm going to install Proxmox VE, which is virtual environment graphical. With the terminal, we have to put in the commands and stuff. I don't want to make it that complicated, so I'm just going to go with the graphical mode. And I'm going to hit enter on graphical. Then it will start loading a bunch of services, and then it's going to check for the internet activity on your LAN interfaces, not actually LAN interface, actually your network interfaces. If it's set up with DHCP, like if it's getting IP address from DHCP, then definitely it's going to get the IP address. Like you can see, it got IP address on Eno 4, which is actually plugged in to another router, and it got the IP address as well. And it will show in the graphical user interface as well. So after that, you're going to see this page, which is end user license agreement, and never read it honestly, but it says like what you can do, what you can't do. Like you can just modify it according to your need, but still you can. It depends on you, but it's not going to be supported by Proxmox because it's a free software. You can get support from Proxmox. They have portal, they have forum as well. Okay, so once you agree the agreement, then it's going to show you the virtual environment PVE to select disk from. So Perk H10 is actually a RAID controller. So it's going to show you actually two options. First one, the SDA, which is like the disk I'm using, the RAID controller. And the second one is the USB you're using. So make sure you select the disk, not the USB. Otherwise, it won't install. And on the other side, it can. I've never tried that, but I think it can destroy the USB. Then you have to like follow the process number one again, like make another Ventoy disk or like use Rufus or stuff. And yeah, it's gonna like add more work to you, and you'll have to reboot the server and then go back. So yeah, that's a tiny stupid mistake, but you can do that. So that's why I was saying just make sure you select the disk or your perk. It's going to show you the name as well. It says USB and the perk SGen, which is the RAID controller. And then you have options as well. If you want to like create, I guess, XFS or ZFS RAID, if you want to do the software RAID, you can do that as well. But since I'm gonna do that on the hardware side, so I'm just using ext4, which is fine. And from 1 TB, it's gonna get 893. Okay, so I'm gonna just go ahead and click on next. It's kind of slow because it's getting from internet the video signals. I'm not like sitting in front of my server. I'm at my home and my server is in some hosting platform. Okay, so United States, and that's correct. And then next, it's gonna ask you for the password. So make sure you set a secure password, and I will type the super secure password. And then it's going to ask you for the email address. Make sure the email address is correct because it will be used to send the notification from Proxmox. So I already have created email for this one, which is zshost02 at zsol.uk. And then I'm going to go ahead and click on next. And in the next section, it's going to ask you for network management or network configuration. So here you can set FQDN. If you have one, you can set one. If you don't have one, if you want to access it using just the IP address, then you don't have to be worried about it. But I am gonna use this in future with this host name and stuff. So zshost02 zsol.uk, that's correct. And then the IP address. So this one is like it's getting the IP address from the DHCP, but I don't want to use this IP address. I will use this IP address instead. So, and then it's showing me the gateway, what it already got from the DHCP, but still I'm going to use this one. And then the DNS server. For me, this one is fine, but if you're doing it on public, I will recommend using the public DNS like 8.8.8. Oh, sorry, it removed all the IP addresses because of the numlock. Damn. So 10.0.4.1 and then 10.0.0.1. And for me, DNS is fine, but we can do multiple, I guess, a dot, oops. Okay, so we can do something like that as well, but I'm not gonna do that because I have set up my DNS on this address, so I'm fine with this one. But if you're using the public address for IP CIDR, make sure you choose the correct one and the subnet as well. For me, this one is fine. That's the one I'm using. And make sure the network interface is correct. Like you're using, so you can see I have two interfaces correct and connected. And the best thing in 9.0, what I've focused on this one, in previous version I've never seen this green signal, so it shows like which interfaces are actually plugged in and like they're getting some signals from the other side. So this one is connected to like another switch of mine, and this one is connected to a router. So, and it's a good thing I can see which interfaces are connected and which are like just empty. So I'm going to use 4, which is connected to the switch, and the other one is like with the router. Maybe I said vice versa, but it's okay. You don't have to be worried about it. You just gonna need one interface for that. And then click next. And here it's going to show you all the summary, what you have done so far, your country, your time zone, your email address you said, and the network you're using, and the host name, and the IP address, and the file system you used, and the disk as well. And at the end, you can see automatically reboot after successful installation. So if there was any error, it won't reboot. But if it was successful, definitely it's gonna reboot it. So I'm gonna just click on install, and it will take maybe 3 to 5 minutes because I have very good resources, like more than 350 gigs of RAM, and processors are like really good. So it shouldn't take more than 2 3 minutes, but still I'm not gonna pause the video recording, but I will just speed up this process. Okay, so Proxmox 9.0 is installed and it rebooted. All right, so Proxmox is almost loaded. It was just my server that took a few minutes to load. Well, that's normal for the hardware servers themselves. The virtual machines and the computers, they work fine, but on servers, there's like a lot of load they have to take. So, all right, so it's installed already, and you can see the IP address, what we set. It's showing up there, 10.0.4.1, and 8006 is the default port number. So it's a ZS host 02. Okay, so I'm gonna try logging in into this one. So let's bring one page up here. I'm just gonna minimize this one and this one right here. So sorry, what was the IP address? 10.0, oops, 10.0.4.1 and 8006. All right, so when you see this kind of page, warning, potential risk, blah, 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 that means your server is accessible. So this error actually shows that this device does not have the SSL certificates, which like gives you the authentic web recognition on website or the web browsers. So for this one, we're accessing it using the IP address. So that's why it's showing me this error. So not actually error, it's a warning. So I'm going to go ahead and click on advanced. And then I'm going to go accept the risk and continue because I know it's my server. So I'm going to log in it. So by default, the username is root. The high privileged user is root. It's not admin. So, and then the super secure password we entered while installation. And then you can go ahead and click on save user if you want to, but so the first thing you're going to see is no valid subscription. So that's because you are using the free version and you still have the enterprise level, what you call that, the lists on your Debian server. So we will do that in one of the upcoming video, how to like get rid of this warning. But still you're able to use almost all the features. There are like a few features you cannot use, but most of them you can still use in the free version. So you can create a virtual machine, you can create a container, and in upcoming videos I will show you how you can do all that stuff. For this one, I was just wanted to show you how you can install and access this using the IP address and the port number. All right, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Bye.